Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my March favorites and fails, favorites and disappointments. I think this is the first month that I have this amount of fails and I am honestly a little shook. We have 5 fails and disappointments, and honestly it's been products that I've been trying out. I was working on a trying new makeup video and I tried all these products at the same time, which I think might have been the cause of them just clashing and not working. But then I tried them individually and they're still on the list. So since we also have favorites, I'm going to start off with the favorites and then end with the fails because just seems right to do it that way. So let's get into the favorites. Alrighty, I'm gonna start off with the Cap lip oil, which is Kim Solciak's brand with her daughters. She's from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think, or she was on that show. But I got this lip oil in BoxyCharm and I actually have used it. I know it looks like I haven't, but I think it's because the wand's so big, so once you take it out, it just goes all the way back up. But it's super nice on the lips. It's hydrating. It's not too thick. It's not too oily. I don't like lip oils that feel extremely oily where your lips are just they just feel greasy. It doesn't feel like that. I really like it. It doesn't have any specific color. It's just this clear with a tint. And I am loving this so far. Another lip product that I've been loving is this Bite Beauty Agave nighttime lip therapy. Although I do use this sometimes during the day because my lips got really dry and crusty, and they got dry to the point where I felt like they were getting a little swollen from how dry and cracked they were. So you can kind of still see I have a crack right here and one on this side. I am wearing liquid lipstick today, but the liquid lipstick I'm wearing is super comfortable, so it's not bothering my dry lips. But I have been using this, and this has been helping my lips and recovering them quicker than a lot of the other lip balms and lip products that I was using. Now for liquid lipsticks that I use, and pretty much lipsticks that I used all month long since we're on the lip category, I've been using these 3 liquid lipsticks from Too Faced. And this is their Melted Matte Liquefied Matte Longwear Lipstick. It's a liquid lipstick. And this is the collection they had during the holidays, during the Christmas time at Sephora. It was a pack of 4. The other one's a red hot pink, but these are the ones that I've been using nonstop all month of March. This one is my go-to every day, which is called Hot Toddy, and it's a perfect just mauve rose, a burnt mauve shade, and it's just my favorite. And then this is a perfect nude for me. This is the color Sugar Cookie. I am wearing a nude today. This one's just a little more nude, and it's that one that I like to pair with other deeper colors to give that ombre lip or a deeper lip liner. Just in general, this is such a pretty nude liquid lipstick on me that doesn't look how would you say it? It doesn't look too white, and it doesn't make my lips look too grayish either, because I don't like that look. And then we have Caramel Apple, which this is kind of I would say it dries to a red brown grungy color, and I love it. It's one of my out there colors that I've been using recently, and I really like it. Moving on to brows, I have a few new brow products that I've been loving. Of course, the NYX glue, the brow glue. I am obsessed with this. It's just so perfect, so convenient. The little wand is small. It's perfect, precise, and I like that I can move my brow around, and then once it sets in place where I left my brows, but it doesn't get super crusty or super dry and stiff. And I like that because I have tried some that I have to go like this because I feel my little eyebrow hairs, the little that I have, super stiff. So I really have been loving this stuff, and I use it daily. Even when I don't fill in my brows, I will still brush this on really quickly, and it does give the appearance of a little more fuller brow. Now this BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Duo Brow Pencil, it's a shade and define in the shade Ebony. Yeah, I like one side. I really like one side. Like this side is so nice and fine. Now I did buy the Huda Beauty one, which I think is smaller, like more precise than this, but I really like this one. It's affordable. And then this one has the double side, which has a chunkier side on this side, and you can do like the fading at the beginning of the brow. I haven't used it that much. I mean, I tried it once, but I'm just really into the fine side of this brow pencil, and I really like the shade. I feel like it deepens my brows enough without making them black, because it is a shade Ebony. And I tell you guys, I like to get black sometimes because the deepest brown shades for the most part always tend to look reddish on me, and I don't like that. So I just rather have like a neutral brown or black look to my brows. And then this product, which is from e.l.f., this is like their brow or liner little pot thing. I think this is dark brown or something like that, but I have been using this for the longest. I have it, I would say we're halfway into it, but I've had it for a while now and it still hasn't dried out compared to like my Anastasia, which dried instantly. I didn't even get to use half of it, and a few other brands that I've tried. This one has lasted an incredible amount of time. Like, I am so shook how long this has lasted without drying out, and I'm still using it. I did go ahead and use it today at the end of my brow to just deepen it up. Moving on to this product. Now this is the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator, and I bought it specifically to use it with the putty primer. I did use it. It did work, especially when I had my nails. And I used a brush as well to apply it, but I feel like it doesn't like absorb the product the same if I apply it with the brush than if I like pat it into my skin. So I decided to use this for cream contour, and oh my gosh, I am not going back. I'm picking up a few more because I have a few different contour products and I don't like to like mix them. So I am picking up more of these. This works amazing for cream contour. Like, it's beautiful. It blends out the product beautifully. You don't have to put too much work in it. You don't have to like stipple it. You just blend it and it blends out beautifully. So I love this brush. I know it's meant for, you know, the putty primer, and I'll still use it, you know, the little spatula part, but the brush definitely is going to be strictly for my contour, cream contour. Now, I have one powder favorite because I'm going to be honest with you guys. All my high-end powders, like, they're good, but I don't care for them. This is the only one that I feel like I will buy a full size, and it's a Too Faced Peach Perfect mattifying loose setting powder, because this powder I feel like keeps me matte, keeps my makeup in place, as opposed to the other high-end ones that I've been using and trying out. They're unmatched to my e.l.f. matte setting powder and my Maybelline Fit Me. I ran out of both of those. I need to buy them because I just miss them so much. My makeup doesn't look the same without them, and it's crazy to realize that when you have a drawer with a bunch of high-end setting powders and you miss the drugstore ones, because they're just, in my opinion, those two are better than the ones I have. This is the only one that I would say it's a high-end that it works good, and I would have it in the category with those other two that are my absolute favorites. I miss those. I miss those a lot. Now, another powder that I have been using that I love is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, mouthful, in the shade 230. Now, this one, I like it a lot, and I think I really like how it's the absolute perfect match to my skin tone. Like, perfect. I don't get a white cast. My skin doesn't look too white. It's just perfect. I like to carry this in my purse as my go-to powder. If I get oily, if I need to touch up, I carry this. This is my holy grail. And I haven't found the L'Oreal one anywhere. The TikTok famous powder, I haven't found it that everyone compares it to this one. I couldn't tell you because I can't find the powder. I have looked at CVS, Walgreens. They're sold out everywhere. Not Sephora. Target doesn't have like the order and pickup or ship. Walmart can't ship the shade I need, and the stores that have have some are the deepest shade or the lightest shade. So it's just, I have to wait until they restock and be. Moving on, I don't like to talk about products that are sold out and you can't, or discontinued and you can't get anymore, but this is the only highlighter I've been wearing. Like the e.l.f. times Nabella Noir Niharika Glow. I pulled this out and I was like, I need to use it. I miss it. That's the highlight I'm wearing today, and I've been wearing it non-stop all month of March. I'm going to put it away now and use like some of my newer things that are available. But this is so good. If you guys have it and you know. If you have it, you know how good it is. Like, it's the perfect gold highlight for me. It looks beautiful on my skin. And I've seen it on deeper skin tones, and it looks gorgeous as well. It's all around, like, in my opinion, a good universal highlighter. And it's a loose highlighter. It's one of my favorite ones that I've tried, and it's e.l.f. Next, blush. I have been using my Milani Berry Amore Baked Powder Blush non-stop all month. Literally, it's the only blush I've used. I'm wearing it today. I love baked blushes. It's one of my favorite formulas of blushes because they give you such a nice, like, healthy glow to the skin, and that's something that I really, really like. Especially this color, Berry Amore, is my absolute favorite every day. I feel like it goes with any look, any makeup look that I do. This color goes with it, so it literally sits on top of my desk because I use it every day. Next, we have this eyeshadow palette, which is the one that is on my eyes. And I was going to wait and do a, like trying new makeup. I actually was doing that video, but everything that could go wrong went wrong in that video. The foundation, the primer, everything it did not look right. It was not going good. So I scratched the whole video, but I did try this palette for the first time in that video, and I kept using it. And I'm obsessed. This is a Crush palette from their little pressed powder palettes, the little tiny ones. I love how little it is. I love the packaging. It is much smaller than what I thought, but I love it. This is my favorite color in this palette. I love ColourPop's matte shimmery shades. Those matte shades that have shimmer. I know a lot of people don't like them. I personally love them, and it's the color Struck. It's my favorite. I've been using this palette every time I do my makeup just because it's so easy. It has like a shade that can deepen up the look, something that can give me a very warm tone. I just love this palette. It's so, so good. And I have another one that I will test out, and I will probably use that one in a video because that one's also really pretty. And now the moment of the tea spilling of the disappointing products, the fail products. Okay, I tried these 3-4 products at the same time in that video that I told you guys about. And my makeup has never looked worse. Ever. Ever. The patchiness, the patches of dry skin that were peeling on my skin, just I couldn't handle it. So the first product is the Hard Candy Pore Defense Primer. This fills absolutely no pores in my skin. It looks and it comes out like a hydrating primer. It's silicone free, and it applies like a hydrating primer, but it doesn't function like a hydrating primer, and it also doesn't function like a pore filling primer. It also says that it's oil free, which made my skin extremely oily. And I say that because I tried it on its own with other foundations that I use and love and products that I love, and it made my skin oily with those foundations, which usually never happens. I had to shake this like crazy because when I used it for the first time, it came like all like it looked oily, like oil was coming out, like some just clear residue, and it wasn't mixing with the actual product. I don't know, I just had to shake it for so long. It still didn't work. I've shaken it every time I use it. And it also says that the estrogens help absorb excess oil for flawless makeup wear, which I do not believe because this made me oily central in my T-zone, and it made my other good foundations look bad. The next one is the Too Faced Major Hangover RX Primer. Is it a primer? Yeah, it has coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and skin revivers, and it's silicone free. This peeled off my skin Like it got in little balls as I was applying foundation, and it was like peeling. And then it gave me that same dry look. I don't get how this is hydrating, and it gave my skin that patchy look. Obviously, when I mix them and then when I use it separately with other foundations that I know and love. I'm sad because I bought this jumbo one. Well, I mean, it was from TJ Maxx. It was cheaper, but it was still, you know, I still bought it, and I got it in my BoxyCharm after I had purchased it. Like way after I couldn't return it. I was barely going to start using it. But yeah, I'm sad that this didn't work. I really, really wanted to make it work, and it makes my foundations look horrible. My skin look horrible. Moving on. Beauty blender. I tried this Bio Pure vegan plant-based, like it's 60% plant-based sponge. This is a no-go for me. It doesn't blend my foundation. It doesn't give me coverage or take away coverage. It just, I don't know how to explain it. It's so weird. Like I was blending this out, my foundation, and it just looked ugly on my skin. And it was foundation that I loved. I did use it with this as well, but I changed the sponge because I didn't like the look of it when I first used it. And it also does not grow much bigger than this. It will grow like a tiny bit, but nothing compared to their pink sponge, to their original sponge. Nice color and everything, but it just, my concealer, that it made so ugly. Like it made it look super, super sheer, which I know a beauty blender will make your makeup not look as heavy or cakey or, you know, super full coverage. But that was next level, like sheared it out like I hadn't applied anything, and it just looked patchy and blotchy all over my skin. This was a no. And I did try it with my foundations, just to let you guys know. Now this foundation, I wanted to love it so, so, so much, so badly. And it's a Beauty Blender Bounce, and the Beauty Blender products were sent to me by influencer, so I was testing them out. I am speechless with how this foundation looks. So after I tried all these products together, I put it to the test with products that I love, products, you know, I did my skincare, my moisturize, everything, primer. Skin looks good, moisturized, plump. The moment I applied this foundation with a brush or with another sponge that I love, it brought out dry patches that I couldn't see on my skin. That, like, they weren't there before I applied the foundation. And as I was blending it, like, they were coming out. And I was like, what is going on? I just, like, my skin is nice and moisturized. It doesn't look like that without makeup. It doesn't look like that with my other foundations, so it's this foundation. I had to apply 4 pumps of this foundation, and I did 2 on each side. Not like, you know, to get a full coverage. I was shook. At first, I thought it was just a sponge that was taking all the coverage away, but I used a brush. I used a sponge that I love and I know, and this stuff, it just doesn't work. And I'm so shocked because I've seen good reviews and I've seen that it's an amazing full coverage foundation and it's long wearing, but it just does not look good on my skin. And I also thought it was me that, of course, I have that issue with a dry area in this area of my face. But I was getting those dry patches up here, which was so weird because that never happens. Not even when I get dry. I have combination skin, which is usually when I get dry around this area in the winter. But on my forehead, I'm usually super oily. So that made absolutely no sense. Now, I'm going to like exfoliate my skin and do a mask and all of that. And then I'm going to try this again and see if maybe my skin is dull or dehydrated, whatever the case may be. I'm going to give it another shot. But as of right now, it is a fail and it is a disappointment because I really wanted to like this foundation. But it didn't work out. Moving on to the last product, which is also like a foundation face product, the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I have the same experience as the Beauty Blender, which is why I say it makes me think that it might be my skin, but I use my other foundations and my skin is fine. So I think it's just these products. So I told you guys I got this through influencer as well. They sent me shade medium 310C, and I thought it was too light because the first time I used it, I applied it and it looked perfect, like the perfect match to my skin. And as it dried, before I applied powder or concealer, it looked super white, like ghostly white on my skin, which I thought that has never happened, and I thought foundations usually oxidize and they get like orange or deeper. This got lighter, which felt crazy to me, so I thought I needed a different shade. I ended up buying the same shade. The same shade they sent me, and then I tried it again and the shade looks good, and now it looks like, you know, at times it's a little too orange. I don't know if something's going on with my skin or what it is, but this gives me those dry patches. It doesn't look nice on my skin. It looks heavy, it looks cakey, which normally I don't mind that look, but it's that ugly, heavy, cakey look, like if you've had a full coverage foundation on for 12 hours. That's how my skin looks with this, and I do not understand it. It breaks up around my nose like no one's business within like an hour. And I know this is a camo CC cream. It's not technically a foundation, but it does say it has collagen, peptides, and niacinamides, which niacinamide gives you hydration, but this does not give no hydration, and it does not give me a natural finish either. I'm so sad. Like, these, I was expecting more, and I really, really wanted to like them. I will try them again, and I will update you guys next month because I don't want to give up on them yet. I don't want to put them in the bin where they're like, you know, giveaway stuff to my family, because I still feel like I can make them work, and it might be my skin. Here's to hoping. Also, not hoping, because then that means my skin isn't doing that great. But yeah, that's basically it for the fails and my favorites. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these two and you guys use like a specific method, a specific primer that works good with these products, because I'm willing to try anything out, honestly. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And like always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.